Hey there, so I'm coming to you today from a rather remote location here in the Sonoran desert southwest US. And pretty beautiful area, but very warm, and we've been hanging out here enjoying the desert, enjoying the warmth at least, and kind of hiding out in the day like the rest of the animals. We've been camping out here in the desert. We've got some great views from the top of our pop-up truck camper. And like I said, we've been enjoying the landscape, the scenery, and the sounds of the desert. So during the day, this place is, pretty quiet. It's pretty hot and dry out in here right now, as it usually is. And everything's rather crispy. And the wildlife pretty much lay low during the day, and so that's why it's usually kind of like this, unless you get a lucky view of something moving around. But most of them lay low. Even our dogs are just kind of hanging out, trying to conserve energy and not overexert ourselves in this heat of this desert sun. But once the sun goes down, it becomes a completely different place out here. The wildlife respond to that coolness, and that's when they like to come out and start doing what they need to do here in the desert. So we have been listening joyfully to the sounds of the coyote calls at night, and we love it. Love the sounds of the coyote in the desert, and we were enjoying them a couple nights, listening to their song, and then one night we realized we didn't really hear them, and we wondered why the change. And so as we laid there in the quiet, we started to doze off, and then next thing you know, we're awoken. The quiet of the night was literally pierced by the sound, this shrieking, shrilling sound of what we later realized was a cat, a big cat. Mountain lion. Puma, cougar. So we wake up to this sound and listen to it, and we're like excited, and wow, it was so loud because this particular cat was getting closer and closer and closer to camp. So we could hear its shriek just get more intense as it neared camp. And then as we listened to it, at one point we realized we should record the sound so we can share it. This is awesome. We should record this so we can remember what it sounded like exactly. And then when we explain it to other people rather than me trying to imitate the sound, which would probably be pretty funny, I can just play it back instead. So we have that. And at the end, when I'm done talking, I'll share what we heard. But yeah, so this cat just kind of walked around camp in a wide radius. We could hear it, and we knew it was walking around in this radius because you could hear the shriek happen all around different areas of camp. And so we listened to it. It did this a number of times, and then eventually it just kind of, the sound dissipated away, and we knew it was leaving the area. And delightfully, this happened the next night as well, and we've listened to this cat a couple of several nights now. So we figure that Mr. Cat or Mrs. Cat is probably either one, maybe drawn in because, we're cooking our campfire meals here. Maybe we're bringing it in with that. Or two, and probably more likely this one, that this is their territory. And as winter is now here, I believe their mating season can begin around this time, and so it may be having a mating call or, whatever, sort of walking around in its established territory. So probably that one, maybe a combination of both, not sure. But we do have a big cat roaming around camp, which is pretty cool. So what I'll do, like I said, is listen up here, and I will play back what we got to lay in bed and listen to the other night. So enjoy the sounds of the big cats of the Sonoran Desert.